Hi guys, ModernMiss here, and today I thought I would do the 10,000 simoleon challenge. So basically you just have 10,000 to spend on building the entire house. This was actually my second go at doing it because the first time I did a 2-story house and I was trying to do those tiny houses you see where the main living area is kind of like a rectangular shape downstairs, and then you move upstairs and there's kind of the bed at the top, but that ended up just being so expensive to have the second story, so I had hardly any money left to spend on actual furniture and stuff. Another thing is, if you look at pictures of tiny houses, a lot of them are just that simple rectangular box shape, which I guess works well if you are in a tiny house and it's got the really high roof for most of it and then your bed at the top. But with the Sims, I don't know, like it's just not quite as fun and nice to play with them in this rectangular box shape, if that makes any sense. Like some of the apartments in San Myshuno, I think it's the Jasmine Suites apartment block. Like they're just kind of rectangular apartments, and they're kind of my least favorite to play the game in. But a bit more about this build. I went with a 70s inspired interior, and I kind of already knew what kind of colours to go with because of the first time I did this build, but I also want it to be quite a private residence at the front, so you see at the front there you can't see through the door, and there's those very thin windows at the top, so there's complete privacy, and then at the back you have the big windows to outlook onto the garden. So I quite like that aspect of it. Yeah. I decided to do it just as a studio apartment, so we've got kind of the kitchen and living room area as you walk in through the front door, and then I did the little half wall and a bed behind that. The bed I end up moving to the left next to that wall, but you can always move it back to the center there if you want to have 2 Sims living here. Yeah, I thought it was kind of neat just to put those shelves to kind of connect to that wall unit there. And I was trying to originally put the dresser at the side, but it just seemed a bit too crammed, so we ended up putting one just at the end of the bed, which matches the head of the bed kind of nicely, I thought. And I would have liked to have a TV on the end of the dresser there, like that was just way too expensive to do. For the lights, I ended up using those paper lantern lights and just sized them up. So you sometimes see those in 70s builds. I don't think I've ever used them in The Sims. I always use those little saucer lights because they tend to not get in the way so much, but I thought those paper lights worked quite nicely for this build. Yeah, just doing the outside. I didn't realise that gravel costs nothing, so I was like, I've just got to make use of that. And yeah, just finishing off with the bathroom there. I moved in a mother and toddler into this in the end, and I put like a little toddler toilet in front of that toilet there, and it seemed to fit fine. And I put a toddler bed behind that couch, so it was a bit squished, but it could work for a family of 1 or 2 Sims with a toddler. And just finishing off putting some decorations around. Those little pot plants are quite good because they were only like 20 or 30 simoleons, and a little outdoor table and chairs, which could also be moved inside behind the couch as a little eating area. And yeah, so that's pretty much the build. If you'd like to put this lot in your game, it's on the gallery under my user ModernMiss, And here are the final screenshots. I'll leave it here, so thank you so much for watching and I'll see you next time.